Hello students, so today we are going to study about the AP Calculus free response questions from the year 2023, and I will tell you that how can we attempt the free response questions and prepare well for the AP Calculus exam. So let's start the video. So here comes the first free response questions from the year 2023. A customer at a gas station is pumping gasoline into a gas tank. The rate of flow of gasoline. So whenever we say that already the rate of flow of gasoline is given, it means the derivative is already given to us. Is modeled by a differentiable function. So remember, when we talk about the differentiable function, it means that the function is also continuous at the given interval. Okay, so where f of t is measured in gallon per seconds and t is measured in seconds. Since pumping began, selected value f of t are given in the table. Now, using the correct units, interpret the meaning of 60 to 135 f of t dt in the context of the problem. So till here, first of all, we are going to solve. So look at this. We have been given an integral from 60 till 135 f of t dt. So what is it? As I told you that the rate of flow is already given, it means that the derivative is given. So you have to integrate the integrand. So what is it? Okay, rate of flow is given. So it means whenever you integrate the function, so it is the total amount of gasoline. Okay, so the total amount of gasoline is found by the integration or the integral of the function. So you can say that it is the total amount of gasoline. Now we will try to find out the answer from here, and don't stop it over here. You have to write the full answer. So you can say it is the total amount of gasoline in gallons, measured in gallons. You can write it as measured in gallons per second. Okay, in gallons per second, in gallons per second, and it is given in the from the time from t equals to 60 seconds till t equals to 135 seconds. You can write since pumping began, and you can even omit this part. So this is the total thing which you have to write. Now let's see what is the second thing they are asking us. They are asking us use a right Riemann sum with the three subintervals 60 to 90, 90 to 120, 120 to 135 to approximate the value of this thing. Now when we talk about the Riemann sum, so you know, in order to find the area, it is BH, right? The area of a rectangle is length into W or B into height. You can write like that, okay? So what is base and what is height? So base is here it is your base, and this is your height. Height is the function. Now when you see the intervals from 60 to 90, so what is the gap between 60 to 90? Because what is the difference in the width? It will be 30. Between 90 to 120, the width is 30. What is the difference between 120 to 135? So the width will be 15. So for the three intervals, you calculated the width. Now what will be the height? Since they are asking you use a right Riemann sum. So when we say about the right Riemann sum, so you have to take the right height value of the intervals. So in order to take the height, you will take the right side of values of the intervals. So how can you say that the area of the Riemann sum is, what is the x1? x1 is 30. And what is f of t? Yani time is 30. And what is f of t? f of t at 90 degree, because you are going to start from the right hand side. So 90 degree, so it means it is 0.15 plus next width will be, again the difference between the widths is 30, and the height at 120 will be 0.1 plus between 120 to 135 it will be the difference of 15 width, and what would be the height? The height is 0.05. You have to calculate it and write the answer. Now since they are not asking you to use the unit, so I would suggest do not write the units in the end, because do not write the units until it is asked in the question. So I would suggest, rather than making the mistakes, better to avoid giving the extra answer. So just calculate it and write your answer. So if I calculate it, so let's try to calculate together. So you have to write 30 times 0.15 plus 30 times 0.1 plus 15 times 0.04, and it will give you 8.25 gallons. Okay, so this is your answer. So now in the question number 2, they are asking you must. So the question is same. Now the B part states that must there exist a value of C for 60 from 60 to 120. There will be a C value between 60 and 120 such that the derivative or f prime of C equals to 0. Justify your answer. So from here I can understand that they are talking about the mean value theorem. So what is my mean value theorem? According to the mean value theorem, the slope of the tangent line is equal to the slope of the slope of any line, or the average slope of the line is equal to the slope of the tangent line. FB minus FA, B minus A equals to f prime of C. So what is f of B? F of B means between 60 to 120. So this is your A and the B value is 120. So f of 120 minus f of 60 over B minus A, it means 120 minus 60 equals to f prime of C. That is, they are saying that f of prime C equals to 0. So we have to prove that the right hand side is equal to the left hand side. So f of 120, if you have a look, it is equals to 0.1 minus what is f of 60, it is also equals to 0.1, and 120 minus 60 gives you 60 equals to 0. Now you know that 0.1 minus 0.1, it is 0, and 0 divided by 60 is 60. So 0 equals to 0. So hence proved that there exists. So you can say, and you can write here, hence proved there exists a value of C for C less than 60 and less than 120 and greater than 160, where, or you can write such that f prime of C equals to 0. So this last sentence you have to take from your question, because you already have proved that the right hand side is equal to 0. And you can say and if it will not be proved, then you can say that there is none of the value exists between this interval. Now next question is, the rate of flow of gasoline in the gallons per second can be modeled by this equation. Between 0 to 140, using this module, find the average rate of flow of gasoline. So we know that the formula for the average flow, which means average value theorem. So what is the average value theorem? It is A1 over B minus A, integral of from A to B, and f of x dx. This is the formula for the average value theorem. So we can say average value theorem is this. Okay, so here your A is 0 and your B is 150. So you can write it as 150 minus 0 from 0 till 150, and write your formula, write your equation g of t dt. Don't forget to write this command. Now one more time you write in a simplified way. In place of g of t, just write the function t over 500 cosine of t over 120 whole square and dt. Now remember that when you will write in the calculator should be in radian mode. Okay, so go and write the whole function in calculator, and do not forget to write 1 over 150, which is outside the function. Okay, so go and write down the integral sign and write the equation as it is. In place of t, you have to write in the calculator x. Better to use the graphic calculator. And make sure that the calculator is in radian mode. Okay, and make sure that you write the squares at their places, because sometimes the students, they write the equations but they forgot to write the squares on the correct place, or do not put the brackets properly, which do not give them the correct answers. Okay, so if you get, do not forget to put the limits also to get the correct answer, and you will see that the answer is, so the answer is 0.095. At least write 3 to 4 decimals in the exam. So it's 0.095. Okay, 0.095. Now here also they are not asking about your units, so no need to give the units. Okay, so this is how we can find out the average rate of flow of gasoline. Okay, in part D, they are asking us to use the model of G defined in part C. Find the value of G prime of 140. Interpret the meaning of your answer in the context of the problem. So in order to solve that question, you can say that they are asking us to find the derivative of the function. Okay, so the derivative of this function they are asking us to find out and calculate it at when t equals to 140. Of course, if we will start solving the question with our normal derivative formula, then of course it will take time. So since it is a calculator section problem, so you just solve the question directly with the help of the calculator. So you have to write here derivative of, let's write it down. So you can write here derivative of the function d by dt of, rather than d by dx, I would prefer to write the d by dt. So you can write here d by dt of the function g of t equals to, or you can write it here d by dt of, and then write the function as it is, that is t over 500 cosine of t over 120 whole square. Okay, at when t equals to 140. Okay, so you can write here, wherever you have the t, you have to find the derivative. So write in the calculator and get the answer. When you will write the function in the calculator, where you could easily find the derivative, your answer will be negative 4.9 into 10 to the power of negative 3. So write it in a proper way in the decimal form. So you know that 10 raised to the power of negative 3, it means that you have to move the decimal for three places on the left hand side. So you can write here 49. So when you just move the decimal towards the left, so here was the decimal, so 1 place, 2 place and 3 place. So the new position will be over here, and here 0 0 and here 0. So 0.0049. Okay, so what is it actually? So let's try to find out the answer, because they are asking us to interpret the meaning of your answer. Okay, so mainly the question is asking you to find out or interpret the meaning of your answer. So what is this actually? So this question has a link with the part C. So what is it? Actually, it is the derivative. So what is the derivative? It is the rate of flow of gasoline. So 0.0049 gallons per second is the rate. So you can say that the rate of flow of gasoline now you can see that there is a negative sign. It means that is decreasing. Okay, so the rate of flow of gasoline is decreasing actually. Okay, how much? By 0.0049 gallons per second. Okay, so this is how you have to write the answer. So I hope that the question number 1 seems easy for you. Now let's move to question number 2.